Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny, here with a look at all the news that has come out on August 10th, 2016. Most notably, we know a few details about the Year 3 Gjallarhorn questline. We also know a little bit more about story lore. We know a little bit more about skeleton keys, strike loot, and the Rise of Iron book that goes along with that. A little bit more about Archon Forge, as well as more information about the Plaguelands and new artifacts from the Eververse for making in-game movies. So guys, if you like something in this video, a positive rating would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Rise of Iron content, as well as leave a comment down below. It lets me know that the content that I'm bringing to you is interesting and something that you find worthwhile. So with that, let's get to it. The Year 3 Gjallarhorn questline is tied specifically to fragments that you can only find in the Plaguelands. In a very similar fashion to the Dreadnought and the Touch of Malice, the Gjallarhorn can only be acquired once you get a certain number of these items. Now, once that is completed and you get a number of them, it is going to kick you off into a quest line where you will be going in a very similar fashion to last year's Sunbreaker, Stormcaller, and Nightstalker questline. You're going to be going into PvP maps with a PvE quality to them. They were essentially going to go into those spaces and defeat certain missions and complete certain things with that. We're not sure about how many fragments you're going to need or anything like that. My guess was if there's 40 to 50 pieces of these artifacts and calcified fragments, we're going to need at least 40 of them in a very similar fashion, again, to the Touch of Malice. Now, we don't have any information if we have pre-ordered, if we're just going to get an Iron Gjallarhorn. Maybe we're going to be able to pick that up from Lord Saladin or something like that. But we do know that you have to go on this quest line to get a normal Gjallarhorn. In addition, we know a little bit more about the Plaguelands. We know that there's going to be a large area called Lord's Watch, which is a giant bluff that overlooks the entire Plaguelands. We also know that there's going to be some cool set elements like a grounded tanker, a ship that's going to be torn open, a bunker. There's going to be a massive foundry with a big giant ball that has been ripped from a Golden Age colony ship, and basically they're trying to reforge it and trying to get it working again. So also, they described the Devil's Splicers and the Fallen just as like a set of pirates, a race of pirates. And they really tried to really force that home with a lot of the things that they're doing. You know, there are going to be some hidden caches like pirate treasure, and they call it pirate booty in the Game Informer article. But some of these chests might have traps, mines, and other stuff. So you have to be careful when you're going out there. There's also going to be new public events like the Splicer Walker. Also some things next to the tanker that has been ripped open. Very, very cool. Also, we know a little bit more about Archon's Forge. The Archon's Forge is going to again be a tie, kind of like Court of Oryx and Prison of Elders, but there is something to know about that. There is a little bit of a storyline tied into the Archon's Forge. It does have a look of molten metal to it. Essentially, what you do is you find a piece of Siva technology, and what the Fallen do is if you get a piece of Siva technology, it essentially allows you to offer it up to the Archons in order to earn the right to fight and improve your standing. So when you get that piece, you actually get to trigger the start of that fight and then going over these Fallen Ascension rituals. A lot of the challenges are also pretty difficult. They've said the Archon Forge challenges all end in boss battles. If you don't kill all the enemies fast enough, you're not even going to make it to the boss. It seems like you need to constantly be doing damage. What's also cool is we didn't know this, but there is going to be Archon Forge specific armor and weapons, and that is going to be one of the ways we can earn light-capped class items. They talked a little bit more about Supremacy in the new article as well, which essentially we know it's going to be like a kill confirmed kind of thing. If you've ever played Call of Duty Kill Confirmed, basically when you kill an enemy, it drops a crest, and then when you pick up that quest, you get more points. What's cool about it is that there is some story lore tied to that as well. Essentially, each Guardian has a crest tied to his or her class, like a special order of knights. We also know that there's going to be brand new trials, weapons, and armor, which is very, very cool. In addition, let's talk about some strike information. Each time you complete a Nightfall or a strike in the strike playlist, you will have a chance to get a skeleton key. They won't drop from individual strikes. You have to be in the playlist. You can carry up to 5 skeleton keys, and you can choose to use them at the end of any strike, and they call this a Strike Horde. It's kind of like a treasure chest, like when you're done with the Prison of Elders, you get to go in and choose it. Now, if you want to get a specific piece of gear from this strike, you don't have to play them and hope that it randomly drops. You can actually just do the playlist until you get to the mission that you want to get your piece from, put that key in, and boom, you've got it. Also, we know a little bit more about the Rise of Iron score book. We know that there is going to be some different armor that you are going to be able to acquire once you complete certain parts of that. What's cool about it is it is account based. It is not character based. So once your account has gotten up to a certain % of completion, you are going to be able to get a piece of armor for each of your 3 different classes if you do have 3 different classes. Last but not least, we know a little bit more about artifacts and some ornament information. We know that there are going to be some ornaments for Zalo Supercell, Invective, Telesto, Monte Carlo, Mida Multitool, and as we talked about, Kvostov. And what's cool about that is that it's going to allow you to change the look and the appearance of your guns, whether it is a color scheme that changes, whether the gun itself looks different. We don't know until we actually get our hands on it. The last thing that I find is really cool, especially for people who are content creators, is there are going to be new artifacts from the Eververse in making in-game movies. There's going to be basically some lenses that you can pick up, and one of the ones that they described was called a Golden Age lens. What you do is you equip it in the artifact slot, and it allows you to change the camera filter into like a sepia kind of look to it. They also said that there was a blue filter and some other stuff. So you just switch that out with maybe one of your Iron Lord artifacts, and it allows you to change the way that you look, especially with a no HUD. This is really cool for those people who want to make movies of the week or attempt to make movies of the week for Bungie, and I think it's just a really cool way to get the whole audience and the whole universe to replay this game and to find new ways of interacting with it, guys. So I think that's a really, really awesome amount of information that they dropped today. Lots of little snippets of information. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did find something in this video to be worthwhile, hit that like button. A positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Rise of Iron content, as well as leave a comment down below. It lets me know that the content that I'm bringing to you is worthwhile and that you find interesting. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.